So it's been a while since I've talked about it's been a while since I've talked about the new Ultimate Spider-Man with a 30-year-old Peter Parker, right? So last we left Peter, him and Harry were captured by Craven with his AI self pretending to be him on fucking Christmas Eve, right? And I have been reading more about what's going on surrounding Peter's life with the Ultimates, Black Panther, and so on, right? Not really the X-Men. It's not really my vibe, not my thing. I only read like maybe like two issues from that, but maybe I'll try it again. Just let me know if I'm like I haven't hit that point where it gets even better or so on. Just let me know, right? Just let me know. But back to Ultimate Spider-Man. Peter and Harry are captured by not only Craven, Mole Man, and Mysterio. Well, for the most part, it's Craven, Mole Man, and Mysterio are just fucking there. But they get sent off to be hunted by Craven, and we see them actually ride fucking dinosaurs, which is crazy, right? It's fucking comics. What do you expect? And they fight back against Craven. At the same time, though, Richard Parker, Peter's son, is trying to fill in as Spider-Man using the AI as a second suit, right? And this is where he gets sort of like the black suit, right? Which I suppose is enhancing Richard's like ability to do shit because of course he's only fucking 15. And he gets on patrol, he gets jumped by Black Cat, who after some talking becomes friends, right? We obviously see that he's interested in her, right? Of course we see it. It's what is portrayed. Black Cat we find out is 16 here, and Richard we find out is 15 here. And she was put in this role because her dad is recovering from an assassination attempt or some bullshit, right? And he can't fulfill his duties to Fisk, so he put her up to it. So which she says she's stuck in it and fucking hates it. Both of them get close and even share numbers. And I was worried that they were going to do some stupid shit with Peter and Black Cat. But if it's a relationship that they plan to have with Richard and Felicia, and they're in the same age range, I'm open to it. Just no weird shit, please, for the love of fucking God. Or like, for some reason, have Peter, accept signals and shit from her who's of legal age, and he's like borderline cheating on MJ. I'll tell you that right now. If they went with that route, people would be fucking pissed. But anyways, that's in a whole different universe from our universe, right? So yeah, Richard and Felicia here, I'm open to it. Who knows what'll happen from that, right? Speaking of Peter, right, him and Harry are trying to escape when they are finally getting hunted by Craven, of course, and he's getting closer. And I'm not gonna lie, Craven, when he finally just shows up, he was just getting his ass beat. Like, I'm like, damn, Peter's just throwing hands on this man. But Harry wanted Peter to kill Craven, but Craven shoots Harry in the head while also injuring Peter because, he decided to go ahead and shoot Harry through Peter, and that didn't enable his spider sense for some reason. But, whatever. Plot. Mole Man and Mysterio did help Peter escape since they would rather see Craven explain his failures to Fisk as well as their grudges towards him. Although I don't believe Harry is dead, like Mysterio was there, so it's easily could have been Mysterio playing with all three and capturing Harry for his own means, probably to get access to his technology to make his projections and all his fucking bullshit even better. Who the fuck knows? It's comics. When Peter does get home, he basically gets out of the city with his family. They camp out somewhere, and Peter and Richard explore a facility where they are attacked by Sandman, and they find out he needed to get his mind back through some bullshit ass machine. And he does explain that he was experimented on by people who were experimenting on people at this facility and all this fucked up shit, right? Then we get to Fisk basically threatening Jonah and Ben, and he's saying, oh yeah, you guys are good for business because you guys aren't big enough to be a threat but aren't small enough to like not warrant some sort of like friendly competition. So he doesn't give a fuck, right? Not gonna lie, what made me want to come back to this comic entirely was the Ultimate Incursion stuff that will happen in about a month. I'm pretty sure Miles will be coming to this universe, and they will try to find and take down the maker who made this secondary Ultimate Universe, because he's originally from the original one that Miles was also from. So yeah, it's crazy. Like, I've already went ahead and read the Ultimates. you know, it's crazy. Like, we already see in the on the cover, or like one of the art pieces for it, for Ultimate Incursion, that he meets Peter and Richard, and I think that's fucking cool. I think that's pretty fucking sick. In the next issue of Ultimate Spider-Man, Peter looks to be facing off against Mysterio, so that'll be fun, right? Because if they do it like they did it in what was it, Spider-Man Long Way From Home, like the second movie where they had Mysterio in that one. Mysterio was fucking baller in that fucking movie. It was like, it was great, fucking great. I think it was Jake Gyllenhaal that played him. Really good. I really like how they represented Mysterio and had all his illusions and stuff just be just so much, right? I thought that was fucking sick. But yeah, glad that they are making him so fucking competent. I do think that they will soon involve Peter in more of the overarching stuff with the Ultimates soon. Peter, I think, was the only original hero who like young Tony first tried to recreate that actually fucking worked. Everybody else just basically said, fuck this shit. This is diving into more Ultimate stuff. I'm going to get a little bit into it. But eventually, Peter will be involved with the Ultimates, probably when Miles and the other 616 heroes come to help. I don't know if 616 Peter Parker will show up. We'll see. But I think it'll be fun. And honestly, it's kind of morbidly fascinating that later on, maybe Miles will go ahead and tell 616 Peter that he met a happy 6160 Peter that has his family with MJ and his kids and shit. And if he cries, or like, he has a moment where he's like, damn, that's fucked up, I could have had that. And he cries and shit. I think, Jesus Christ, they certainly, matter of fact, I am reading the Ultimate Spider-Man comic, and I want to go ahead and update you guys on that shit in its own video. But as far as I know, like right now, I think issue 70 of the recent issues of the recent comic for Amazing Spider-Man. Jesus Christ. they created an entire arc of this man in literal pain. It's and dying. Pain and dying. It's insane. it's fucking crazy. And it's really sad that the editor says that they are keeping him miserable for plot reasons. Well, the correct term is that unattached, which is fucking stupid, because if your character is in a universe with other heroes and beings and whatever the fuck, there's going to be attachment. And, that's how you create good stories, because you create good attachment with that character, and everybody, and if it's good attachment, the fans will go ahead and feel that and want that fostered and feel it. They want to go ahead and see Peter happy and not just fucking sad and angry and pathetic, right? It's sad. Of course, many fans, disagree with what this editor have said, because, everything I just fucking said. But yeah, I guess they believe that Peter being miserable sells more issues, or whatever the fuck. This recent arc for that shit with Doom being the Sorcerer Supreme, and this evil, STD virus that turns people evil and corrupts souls and shit, and him needing to defeat this god's like apostles' children and dying each time. It's fucking crazy. It's nuts. But yeah, it's like, there's some good shit in Amazing Spider-Man. There's some good ideas, but dear God, it's kind of sad sometimes. And like, he even has a girlfriend. Like, I'm getting too much into it. He even has Peter kind of has a girlfriend, but he also cheated on her in this same arc. It's fucking crazy. But anyways, yeah, it's. Let's get back to talking about Ultimate Spider-Man. But yeah, tell me what you guys think. Next video, the next Marvel comic video will probably be like the Ultimates. I'm not counting my crossover one with Predator and Spider-Man, because that shit is fucked up. That shit's insane. Go check that one out. It's me just sort of explaining how crazy it is, right? It's a short, it's not going to be too much, but I am going to put in like some of the pictures and panels and stuff. It's crazy, right? I'm also going to look into Ultimate Wolverine, because he is the Winter Soldier in that one. He's a goddamn murderer. He looks so fucking cool, but goddamn. Thank you guys so much for the support, watching the video and supporting the channel. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for watching and supporting and everything. Thank you so much. Stay safe and healthy mentally, emotionally, and physically. Later.